Just starting a few minutes before the meeting gets started. We have about 5 minutes to go, and we'll officially get started then. Hi, Deborah.
Hi, Steve. How are you?
I'm fine. So we'll hold on till so we have some viewers. It's 5 minutes out. So
Okay, yeah. I figured I'd try to get on early in case I had any problems.
looks good.
Good, good, excellent. Is there anybody else on, or is it just the two of us?
Just the two of us so far.
Do you have a nice weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Excellent.
I got confirmation from about, I don't know, 8 or 10 people that they'd show up, and others might just join.
Okay, excellent.
Looks like one person has joined. We'll get started in just a few minutes here. For those that are just joining, we're just waiting for a couple more minutes for others to join. It's about 3 minutes of the official start time. I hope everybody out there is enjoying some good weather. We've got an unusually warm day here in Columbus, Ohio. I expect it's going to turn more like fall any time now. Just another minute or so and we'll get started. Still people joining. All right, well, it's about the published time for the meeting, so let me welcome whoever is listening there. It looks like there are a few people have joined us for this first virtual meeting of the SIGHPC Education Chapter of the ACM. My name is Steve Gordon. I am the first chair of the chapter. I'm at the Ohio Supercomputer Center, where my role is as a senior education lead, and also I lead the Exceed Education program as one of my other projects. I'd also like to now invite our other officer who's here today, Deborah, to introduce herself. So Deborah, please go ahead.
Okay, my name is Deborah Schwartz. I am the Associate Director for Next Generation Workforce Development at the Department of Defense's High Performance Computing Modernization Program. I am also the SIGHPC Education Secretary Treasurer.
All right, our third board member, David Halstead, is at the National Radio Observatory. He couldn't be with us today. He's traveling internationally, but he will be. He is the vice chair of the section or the chapter. So what we wanted to do today was just give a brief overview of what we see as some potential activities of this new chapter. Perhaps then use the question and answer part of this technology to get some of your suggestions, and then alert you to some upcoming events. So if you'll bear with me here, and also bear with us, this is the first time we've used some of this technology, so it may not be as smooth as could possibly be. But anyhow, we'll get there in a second. So, Deborah, will you confirm that you can see my slides?
Yes, I can see them.
Okay. So, I'd like to give an overview of the chapter and what some of our goals and possible activities are, a bit about upcoming events and other things that might be of interest. So for those of you who are already paid up, there's no problem. If there's anyone listening in that's interested in joining the chapter, it's really a nominal fee to join, $10 for professionals and $5 for students. And I have here a link to the place where you can pay those dues. And by the way, these slides will be saved as part of this broadcast, and I will and be a part of a YouTube broadcast, so you can get to any of the links in this presentation later on. We have at this point around 130 members. We hope that the chapter membership will grow over time. Well, since this is a virtual chapter, there are people here from all over the country, which is why we're trying to use this technology to have virtual meetings. And we have a number of ideas for holding monthly webinars on a variety of topics related to education. First of all, we'd like to have some discussion of computational science skills that are needed in the workforce, and also discussion of possible certification efforts, not just those that we might do as a chapter, but those that are taking place elsewhere in the community. So this is one major set of topics that could be part of a monthly meeting or webinar. We thought also as a second idea that we could look at some example curricula from existing undergraduate and graduate programs, just to share information about the variety of programs that are out there, what they currently require, and what the basis of those programs are, and we thought that would be of interest. Similarly, there are a number of newer data science programs that cross multiple fields, from the science fields to engineering to biological sciences to business, and those should perhaps get some discussion in these sorts of webinars. We would also like to review available training and education materials to bring those materials to the attention of our members. And later on, I'm going to ask you for other ideas for what you would like to see in these kinds of webinars or chapter activities. But these are some of our initial ideas. We hope we'll have a quarterly newsletter that covers some of the same subtopics that we can publish through the ACM. And potentially, if there's enough interest in smaller groups, we could put together special interest groups on a variety of education and training topics, those that want to actively engage in for example, looking at certification efforts or particular programs, that sort of thing. So that's our sort of initial set of proposed activities, and we'll come back to that at the end to maybe get your questions and suggestions on those topics. There are some upcoming activities. So if you're going to SC14, I'm running a workshop on curriculum development, which is a Sunday morning workshop, which I believe runs from either 8:30 or 9 a.m. through noon. And so you're certainly welcome to join that workshop. We will also have an education chapter, Birds of a Feather. That's on Wednesday at from 12:15 to 1:15 at Supercomputing. And I also note that there's another workshop on HPC training on Friday morning. I'm not part of that workshop, but that also might be of interest to the members of the education chapter. We expect that this will be the first of a number of virtual meetings, and so we will send out notices of other virtual meetings as they come available, but we hope to do those approximately once per month. The chapter is just formed, and because we're the first virtual chapter in ACM, even though we started this process last spring, it's really taken us a long time to sort of get up to speed. So we're really just getting started. We do have an opening on our board for a member at large, and so I would like to solicit nominations for that post. Those could be emailed to me with the name and contact information for any nominees, or you can self-nominate, and we will get back to all the nominees and ask for a position statement and have our board decide on a slate of candidates for a vote that would be held sometime in the near future. So that's something else to think about. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the question area on the Google Hangout. So this is the time if you have questions or you have suggestions on topics of interest, you can do that now, or you can send me an email to my email address, sgordon20@gmail.com. So if you'll just bear with me a second, I'll go back to the and now I'm open the Q&A area. And so if you have any questions that you would like to submit now, and you're looking at the broadcast live, please post those here, and I'll be glad to answer them. So there's a couple of questions about how this works. So we can have up to 10 people that are participants, like myself and Deborah, that are making presentations that have audio and video, and the audience is seeing this streamed live, so you can ask questions via the question area, but you can't use your audio or video to communicate with us. That's limited here. So the idea is that we can do a broadcast, we can have some chat or questions that come in, and as the questions come in, we will try to answer those live, or if not live, put them in the notes from the meeting, which will be posted on our website. So that, I think that answers several of the questions that have been posted so far. Are there any other questions or suggestions on activities that anyone would like to post at this point? So we have about, looks like we have about 15 viewers, which is a good start.
Steve, I think we lost your sound. Steve, we lost your audio. No sound here either. So Steve doesn't have audio. I'm wondering, can anybody hear me? Deborah. Oh, thank you, John. Um, okay, so people can hear me, Scott, and they can't hear you. So I don't have anything to present, Scott. We, So Steve, everyone else can hear me. Can you hear me? Thumbs up or thumbs down, or probably no response. um, no, nothing. Okay, so I will try to answer any remaining questions that we have. I'm going down the list after we get through all of the lost audios and who can hear me. There is a, being that I lost, well, it says there is a question of the CSE programs nationwide. What is the most common certification? A certificate, a minor, etc. Illinois only offers a certification in CSE as an add-on to a discipline degree. I really don't know whether Scott had answered that or not. My question's about the Hangout tool. We talked about the Hangout tools.